okay, we're still talking here with Ado Paglinawan. The word unilaterally, no? You do something and it has an effect for one phenomenon.
Correct.
You do it a second time, and it looks like it will be done a third time. So
Yes.
I am trying to use the word conspiratorial.
Oh.
Am I wrong?
Well, dalawang two veins are coming out of that.
Oh.
Ang unang-una is this seeming impunity.
Yes.
Na inuulit-ulit nila na
Yes.
it's already engendering a pattern of tyrannical lawlessness.
Recidivism.
Reprobate. Reprobate na itong mga taong to.
Okay, okay.
Ang tawag ko nga resident evils
Okay.
of the system.
Okay.
Kasi wala na eh. Wala na sila. Pakapala na ng mukha para makarating lang doon sa pagkita ng pera. Yun ang objective. Wala nang iba.
This system can do no wrong as far as they're concerned. Is that the correct statement? Is that the safe statement?
Among themselves.
Yes.
Dogmatic na sila dyan. Kasi dogmatic na yung mga bulsa nila dyan. Sigurado na.
Okay.
Lalo na may magre-retire ng February, no? Dalawa. So,
Tatlo.
kailangan may
Kasama
pabaon.
yung chairman.
Yun pa. Kasama
Tatlo.
chairman. Tatlo. So, take home na yun, yung pabaon na yun, inaasikaso.
Okay.
Ganun ang mentality ng mga tao ngayon dyan. Now, I say reprobate kasi ginawa sa 2010, inulit sa ni Melo, no?
Okay.
Sa 2013, inulit ni Sixto Brillantes.
Okay.
Now, remember, the COMELEC cannot amend a law.
Correct.
Only Congress can amend its own act. Very basic yan sa Politics 101.
Political
Okay?
Science 101.
Pero ginawa nila yun with a mere resolution. Now, anong effect nito? Without the electronic transmission, with digital signature,
Yes.
every canvas
Yes.
is therefore an official process generating unofficial documents. Ang pinagbasihan ng proclamation ng National Canvassing Board for the presidency and the vice presidency in 2010 are unofficial documents.
And therefore, the results are unofficial. That's what we're saying. Actually.
Precisely.
Okay.
Dito sa bansang to, especially, no? Pag wala kang pirma, wala. Pag gumawa ka pidabit, walang pirma, hindi honor ng miskin na sino yan.
Hindi
ID,
pwedeng
walang
thank you,
pirma.
you voted.
Wala, hindi pwede.
Congratulations.
So nobody was elected. So in 2010, the president, the vice president, the congressmen, the senators, governors, vice governor, lalahatin ko na, no? To be very specific, board members, mayors, vice mayors, and councilors were not elected. They were co-elected.
Okay.
They were co-elected.
They were unofficially com-elected? How is that? Or is that a study in terms and ironies?
I would say they were illegally proclaimed.
Okay.
And in 2013, it became even more illegal. Because the proclamation, if you remember, of the first 6 senators, no, came when there was only 20% results.
Okay.
That's against the law because when you proclaim, dapat nandun na yung total votes garnered nila.
But we're going ahead of ourselves.
Okay.
I will put you on the spot, Ado.
Okay.
So, unofficially, ano sila? Unofficial results, unofficial proclamation, unofficial candidates, unofficial public officials.
They are impostors.
And so now I will ask you.
This country is being run by impostors.
So I will ask you, you said that we have, ano ba yung sinabi mo dati? We have a digital government.
Oh yeah, we have a digital president that leads a showbiz government.
Okay.
Puro show business na lang ito nangyayari.
So when you
nito.
say digital, it does not presume he was elected.
No. Because the votes of the people were never counted.
Okay, para malinaw yun. Because sinabi mo, so he is the first, what?
He was the, I will say it categorically, Benigno Simeon Aquino is our first digital president.
Okay.
Ngayon, ano nangyari sa 2013? It's even worse.
Okay.
Because ang nangyari dyan, there was a pattern that shows that the votes of the people were going this way and dapat sila yung papasok sa ladderized process. Municipality, provincial, national. Okay? Ang nangyari, yung boto ng mga tao, binabasura.
Okay.
And then there is a pre-program na nanggagaling sa taas na yun ang lumulusot.
Okay.
And this was determined by the IT experts as the 60-30-10 phenomenon. Ako ang una nakapansin niya na 3 o'clock in the morning of May 14.
Okay.
The morning after the May 13 elections. At about 3 o'clock, sabi ko, nag-email ako kasi tutulog na ako eh. Nag-email ako dun So sa mga nagbabantay, no? AES, SENPEG, lahat ng mga nando sa email list ko. Sinabi ko, there seems to be a pattern of default programming going on.
Okay.
And it's not, why? Why? Because yung number one all the way. Yung number 4 all the way. Yung number 16 all
You mean
the
to say
way.
there was a predictability to all this?
Yes, there was a predictability.
You agree with all this, Toti, no?
Those findings were true, yes.
Okay.
But whether that is the kind of...
And the statements that he made, the conclusions he made regarding 2010, you also agree with this?
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
Because what we were trying to, we're not collaborating each other. In fact,
Oh,
we
oh,
don't,
yes,
we
yes,
don't know
oh.
Ado from Adam.
Oh,
But-
okay.
But when we got together and we vented out what are the technical glitches and the
Okay.
technical shortcomings, that already proved why there is something that is not trusting as a result of the 2010 and 2013.
Ang
Okay.
nag-pick up ng email ko, si Ernie Del Rosario.
Okay.
I don't know him from Adam also.
Okay.
And then Ernie sort of tipped off Lex Muga.
Okay.
It was Lex Muga who placed the numbers together.
Okay.
60,
In
30,
mathematical
10.
terms, yes.
Yeah, 60 for the Liberal Party, 30 for the UNA, and 10 for the independent candidates.
So who's behind this? Comelec has the intellect to do this? They have the technical know-how to do this?
Well,
Who? I mean, it's Brillantes. I mean, I'm trying to think very simple. It's Brillantes doing, we'll do a 60-30-10. It's who?
we cannot say who, no? We'll just put in the term operators. An operator is some kind of clandestine movement
Okay.
that is wanting to, railroad the results.
Okay.
And they operate in some conditions that they can control, they can
They're in the
corrupt,
shadows.
they're in the shadows, they can bribe
Okay.
people in the operation so that the result will favor those who paid them, the operators, to make them win.
Okay.
Eric,
It's the operators behind it.
Yes.
this is very dangerous
Okay.
because our election system has become the highest bidder basis. It's no longer based on the votes of the people,
Okay.
but on who bids
It's a
highest.
shuttle. Is that what you're saying? It's a shuttle.
Yes.
Okay.
Ano nito? This is anarchy. This is already anarchy. Wala na itong order. Wala nang rhyme and reason behind this. And for the ordinary Juan de la Cruz, expecting his vote to be counted, excuse me, I will tell you something. 18,000 clustered precincts in 2013. Up to this day, hindi pa nagtatransmit. Can you imagine?
Okay.
Ha? Hindi pa nagtatransmit ng kanyang canvas.
Okay.
This is equivalent to 8 million votes. 23% of the entire electorate hindi nabilang through the process dictated by law. Now,
Okay.
let me
Yeah, go ahead,
specify.
go
Bacoor, Cavite. No? At ito, since Toti is here, ang gumawa ng surgical analysis nito, mga estudyante ni Toti.
Okay.
At napag-alaman nila na sa Bacoor, Cavite, zero transmission.
Okay.
And yet, pumunta ka sa Bacoor, Cavite ngayon. May mayor at may councilor. Saan ang galing yan?
Okay.
Paano niluklok ng Comelec yan dyan? Anong pinagbasihan niya? Oh, see?
This is a theoretical question. What if Comelec will say, but the alternative is worse, it's more chaos. If we do not elect councilors, vice mayors, congressmen, senators, even a president, what's the alternative, gentlemen?
Well, why will they then proclaim a mayor and councilor Bacoor, Cavite? Where were they basing it?
They can still,
What's the alternative?
Sorry,
What's the
they can
scenario?
they can still maintain an interim government for the time being.
Okay.
And then until they clear up the mess, and then only then they can proclaim the true winner. But in the meantime, in the shortcoming of this, they can maintain status quo, those present as interim government.
Okay.
And that's one approach that can be done.
Okay.
I mean, I think for a policymaker, that should not be something objectionable, isn't it?
In fact, in Germany, the Supreme Court of Germany nullified the election.
Okay.
And
Yes,
then
yes.
said that in the next election, lahat ito, in other words, like saying virtually that B.S. Aquino never happened.
Uh-huh.
No? But in the interest of order, no, the next election will correct this. So, talagang ganun na lang. Wala tayong magagawa. No? But here, with the recalcitrants, with the reprobate Comelec, forcing this issue again for 2016. And all the patterns point toward that. Wala na eh. This is already
I have a question.
pushing
Is
people to the wall.
COMELEC just the punching bag? And is COMELEC willing to be the punching bag?
No,
In short, he or she is the secretary taking the punches for a higher boss or for a higher cause or for a higher cost.
well,
In short, there is somebody behind the COMELEC.
babalik ako dun sa sinabi mo kanina.
Oh.
Hindi pwedeng isang party lang ito. But ang
So
it has to be conspiracy.
Conspiracy nga.
Yeah.
Syndication of the election.
And COMELEC cannot do it alone.
Oh.
Because, unang-una,
Oh.
right now, the best way to correct this anomaly, that there is a bidding going on without a budget, is for Congress not to appropriate any money for this illegal bidding.
Okay.
But, alam mo nangyayari? That's why even Congress is accomplice here.
Oh.
Binibigay na nila kay Pinoy eh, remember? Nilalamsam na nila, tineturn over na sa
Toti,
presidency.
sasabihin ng ordinaryong tao, tama yung mga sinasabi ninyo na talaga nakakaduda yung sistema, pero tinitignan namin si Pinoy. Sikat naman si Pinoy. Naniniwala kaming nanalo din siya eh. Kahit hindi na namin alam kung paano kami bumoto. That's how the ordinary Filipino will think. And siguro sa golf pa yan, give na.
Kasi,
So,
hindi nila...
is that a good reason? Because,
Hindi. Ang sa amin lang, ituwid lang natin ang tamang daan. Kung
Okay.
sinasabi niyang yung matuwid na daan, hindi tuwid eh. No?
Okay.
Kung talagang seryoso sinasabi niyang kampanya na tuwid na daan, ituwid natin ito. Kasi malawak ang yung mga kamalian at pagkakulangan nito.
you're saying you're not questioning his incumbency. You're just questioning the process.
The process.
Okay. In your case, Ado, do you honestly feel that Noynoy Aquino was legitimately elected as president of the Philippines, and that he was popularly, as has been bruited about, elected as president of this country?
I cannot agree with that. Because may mga proseso ang batas.
Okay.
Kung nangyari man yan, it's because of lawlessness. Wala
Okay.
nang sumusunod dyan.
Law and order, that's what you're
Oo.
saying. It has
Kaya
to be.
nga sinasabi namin ngayon, when tyranny becomes a law,
Yes.
no?
Okay.
At yan ang paulit-ulit ako sinasabi ngayon sa civil society. When tyranny becomes a law, then rebellion becomes duty. Bakit? Under the principle of sovereignty in our Constitution,
Yes, yes.
absolute sovereignty rests on the people.
Yes.
Absolute.
Each one has a microcosm of sovereignty.
Kayo po ay mga soberano.
Oo.
Kayo po ang may hawak ng absolute sovereignty.
Yes.
Ito po mga nasa gobyerno, delegated lang po natin yan precisely through the process of the election.
In short, chimoy ninyo.
Oo. Mga
Simoy.
derivative sovereignty lang hawak nila.
Yes.
Tama naman si Pines, sabi niya, kayo amo ko eh.
Kayo ang
Pero
boss ko.
sinasabi lang niya yun, hindi naman siya sumusunod. In fact, tinatraidor pa niya yung soberanya ng
Pero
mga
I'm
tao.
asking you, Ado, in your hearts of hearts, doing away with the process, your ears on the ground, your foot walking with a lot of people that you're talking to, was he the elected president of this country in 2010?
As a very close observant of the 2010 elections and afterwards the 2013 elections, no? I don't think so. I don't think so.
Let me share this, our experience in
Yes, yes,
2010. We were monitoring the results. And the early stages,
I'll cut you short, Toti.
Yeah.
Tama-tama para bitin na bitin yung mga nanonood. We're going to be right back. We're going to come back to Toti right away. Sorry, Toti.
Okay lang.